So, you're thinking of moving to Finland, are you? It does sound appealing, doesn't it? Finland. One of the lesser known and talked about Scandinavian countries, I have to say, unless of course you consider Kone escalators, Angry Birds, Nokia phones, and what else? Santa Claus. But if this question has crossed your mind in the last year or so, and you are seriously considering moving over to Finland, then I imagine it's probably due to one of four things. One, you fell in love with a Finn, and they have brought you here during the summer month to tease you into the wonderful climate that awaits you all year round. You're right. Two, you've been offered work here and have decided to take the plunge. Three, you wish to study and escape reality for a couple of years, and then maybe even find a job afterwards. And four, you read the UN report on how Finland is the happiest country in the whole world, and you decided that's the place you want to live. I should say now that the inspiration for this video came from somebody who contacted me on Reddit earlier today after watching my most recent video on Kauniainen, the happiest city in the world, which you can watch here or find the link also in the description box below. So, disassociated dastard, this one's for you. And I'm literally posting this video just to answer the questions that he asked me, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other people out there who are curious and interested and may actually have the opportunity to come and live here, and so maybe this throws a little more light and honesty on the subject of moving to Finland. So the first question goes like this. Could you tell me a bit about your experience with the people there? Yes, I can. I mean, my experiences have been mainly positive. I've found that the rules are very easy to follow and very easy to break, but they're very difficult to bend. By that I mean that people generally respect each other, but they won't stand for bullshit. They can seem quite outwardly judgmental, but inwardly probably couldn't give a fuck. But other times this is vice versa. There's never really an in-between. They seem to be very strong-willed people and very determined people, so you're going to get one of two things. So you're always going to get someone on one side of the fence, rarely anyone sitting on the fence. Do you know what I mean? One thing you won't get from a Finn is a lie. They'll always be straight up with you, which is a really positive thing about the people and something that I immediately fell in love with. They say what they mean and they listen to what you have to say before they answer. They seem to believe that there's really no need for false gestures and can seem quite cold and offish to begin with. However, deep down they are generally so self-secure and comfortable in their own skin that when you create friendships with Finns, they are true and deep and meaningful ones. Smiles seem unnecessary here, unless there's a good reason, and this is supposed to be the happiest country in the world. So the second question today was, are you satisfied with your stay in Finland? Any good or bad things you want to share? Well, I am satisfied. To a degree. Now, I was 38 when I moved to Finland 3 years ago, and that meant a big upheaval and life change at a time in my life when I really should be more settled in my career and in my housing situation and etc, blah de blah de blah. But being from England, I do miss certain elements of British culture. Pubs, for example. Oh man, I love a pub. And of course, I grew up in London, so I'm used to being surrounded by, everyone from all over the world. It's so many mixed communities and cultures, and everything you want is on your doorstep and it's immediate. If you want to travel somewhere, if you buy something, if you want entertainment, if you want to go out and do anything, it's there, it's on your doorstep. In Finland, you have to be a bit more prepared for things, I've found. I believe Disassociated Dastard, who asked this question, is from India, but people watching this could be from anywhere in the world, and I know that London is a big city, so it's natural that things are happening all the time there. In Finland, for me, it might be different for you. I found things a bit slower. You have to wait for trains and wait for buses. If you want to go to the shop, it's best to prepare. Winter's coming, so you better prepare for that. Even though winter is extremely fun here, it might be quite long, it might be quite dark, but if you're one of those people that likes to cuddle up in a nice warm environment, it's great indoors in Finland. They've got underfloor heating and everything's dry. There's no mold or anything. But the summers are fantastic too, and it is a very beautiful place. They love nature, they really respect nature, and they look after it, which is very key to, I think, their happiness too. They make the most of nature. There's something in that. There really is. They always make the best out of every season. They find excuses to get out and do something and be active. So that's a big plus. That's a good thing for me. And the bad, well, for me, honestly, it's been the language. Which brings me to your third question. Have you learnt the Finnish language? If yes, how was your experience? Did you find it incredibly difficult to learn, and how long did it take for you to understand and speak in that language? Well, I've been here 3 years. I'd done a short course which proved to be too advanced for me, so I had to cut that. Then I've done a 1-year, almost full-time training, which has been funded by the government, which is a great system they have here to help immigrants kind of integrate quicker and better. But still, it takes a lot of time out of your life, and if you're someone like me, I'm a freelancer, so I have to spend most of my time finding work and creating work for myself. So that really put a dent in my time last year, especially with having a new baby. But everyone's in different circumstances. If you're coming here as a student, I'm sure there's going to be time for you to spend studying the language. But if you wanted to go into a work environment, it may be more difficult for you than for me, because I work for myself, and my strength here is actually because I speak English and not Finnish. But if you want to work in certain environments, in business environments, I think Finnish is going to be key. The language is very hard. Maybe it's best I put this in a little montage for you. Mikka vittu! Miksi? Saatana pörkkeli vittu! Does that answer your question? I mean, if not, I'm just going to say it. It's f***ing hard. So prepare to give up your life for a few years if you want to master that shit. Enough said on that one. However, most people do speak or understand English and Swedish is the official second language in Finland, which is quite close to English, so it's possible that if you're going to study anywhere on the west coast, there's a lot of Swedish-speaking communities, and in, for example, somewhere like Vasa, and Swedish will be a lot easier for you to pick up, apparently, if you speak English. Work competition seems pretty tough. There are a lot of immigrants that move here who are qualified brain surgeons, who have designed the most fantastic architecture in the world, and who have even probably come up with the meaning of life. Yet they find the first couple of years they need to be working, sweeping McDonald's toilets or changing granny's diapers, because they haven't yet proved themselves here in Finland, even though they've got qualifications abroad. That's something to consider. If you're coming here for the education, that might be in your favour. If you're just trying to come here and work, bringing your own education with you, you might have to consider the qualification, how it's recognised and seen here before you do. Also, again, the language thing. Most businesses understand English but work in Finnish, and that could go against you until you've learnt it. Now, that is a generalisation, but it does come from different horses' mouths, and I'm just passing it through to you. But don't just take my word for it. There's plenty of online groups on Facebook, for example, that you can meet expats from all over the world who get together, and they always talk and share their knowledge and information and what's changing, what's happened, how it used to be, how it's going to be in the future. So that's the place to really hang out. Find some of those, and hopefully it goes right for you. So I hope this has been helpful for anyone looking out or deciding if they want to move to this country for whatever reason. I've been Darren McStay, AKA #HappyBoyMcStay. This is the sauna house. The sauna's through there. This is not where the sauna happens. This is just the place where I do this. You've been fun-dabbly-tastically immaculate and sweet-toothed. I shall see you in the next vliggity vlog. But don't forget to subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you don't miss any of my next videos. Plus, hit the like button, the thumbs up. Brilliant. And if you've got any friends that you want to share this with, it's a good idea to do that now. Well done. Bon voyage, my hearties! Or, as they say in Finland, moi. Toodaloo-loo-loo-loo.